Okay. Okay, hi. Can you hear me? Let me see. Okay. Should be this. Perfect. Let's see if everything connect. Okay, yeah, I see that we are live and we are finally starting the stream. Hi everybody, welcome back. How is going? I hope you had an amazing week because I had an amazing week. I think this was probably one of the most important week of my year. My year. So I hope yours is the same. So let's start thinking about what we're gonna do today. If you read my post yesterday, we are going to talk about insect. The new ROTA, the new expansion is bringing us a lot of new interesting insect support, and we will. I think there's a lot of potential in this support. It's to be honest, it's something that I'm working on since the moment I was the support was released back in July, and there's a lot of things going on that I think might make this deck worth at least as a pretty decent tier 2 in the next format. We have in the next format. We should start talking about the new support first and talking about the new TCG support. Let's start with the new Battle Wars because I think not a lot of people read this card and understood what this card can actually do. So first, let me get a little bit of water. We need to stay hydrated so I can keep my voice this way and not that stupid voice that I used to keep. So let's start with the first card that is Battle Wasp Rapier the Furious. If you got an office up monster or you only control insect monster, you can discard one other insect monster, place one Battle Wasp Wind from your deck to your spell trap zone. Then special summon discard for discard, but you cannot special summon anything except the insect for the rest of the turn. And you can banish a rapier from the graveyard to reduce the level of one insect monster by one. This, if you played Blackwing, this is what's called the name? Not sure, not Sirocco. The other one. It's the one that set Blackwing Wind. We are getting our version of Blackwing. The new support of Battle Wasp really reminds me of Blackwing, with the difference that while Blackwing only locks you into Dark Monster, this locks you into an insect. Which a lot of people might say, ah, no, but this is bad because Insect doesn't have any support, doesn't have any endboard capability. We are going to talk about that. People are not understanding the insect, the pool that the insect type has. We're going to talk about that later. First, let's move on and let's read about the West Wind, since we are talking about wind. Up to twice per turn, if a Battle Wasp monster is normal special summoned on your field, you can target one of them, add one Battle Wasp monster with attack less from your deck to your hand. And once per turn, you can target one insect monster that has a level and use it as a synchro material. You can treat it as a tuner. So practically, it gives you access to tuner, which is really important because the new Battle Wasp support, obviously Battle Wasp, this is a synchro archetype like Blackwing is, so giving you the access of tuner without actually having a tuner on the field, it's really important. And last thing, you can only activate one Battle Wasp Wind per turn. So if you have a discard in your hand, you can only activate one from your hand. But since the Rapier doesn't activate this card from your hand, but it activates through an effect, you can actually activate multiple time Battle Wasp Wind during your turn. Why this is important? Due to the Synchro monster. Let's talk with the first, which is a Battle Wasp, such is the Ritual Bow. one insect tuner plus one non-tuner monster. If this card is synchro summoned, you can treat it as a tuner. Might come up, might not come up. This depends on the board. Once per turn, you can return one continuous spell you control to the hand, and you can normal summon one Battle Wash monster in addition to your normal summon. Which, if you can understand what this means, it means that you can activate the Battle Wasp Wind from your deck with Rapier. Use it twice, get back wind from the field to your hand, and then reactivate it again. Reactivate it again, so you can keep searching. This Rapier alone is something like 4 search. A little bit more water. Sorry. And this is extremely good. This is something extremely good, extremely consistent. Lastly, if this card sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can inflict 100 damage to your opponent for each of your banished Battle Wash Master. This is nice. Sometimes you can burn your opponent, but you're playing Battle Wash, where you already have a lot of things that burn the opponent. So this is just a plus. We like it, and we want this for this second normal summon, which you will see how many normal summon this deck will get. This is crazy. I tell you, we are on the verge of another plant incident. You will see why. Lastly, the new boss monster for Battle Wasp is Battle Wasp Grand Partisan of the Revolution. Is a level 12 insect synchro monster, one tuner and one non-tuner monster. This is generic. This card cannot be destroyed by card effect, so if this guy is on the field, your opponent cannot regate you. I think it's pretty good. Insect monster you control gains 200 attack for each of your banished insect monster. So this card can actually spiral out of control with attack, because you are going to banish a lot of cards, and all your field will get pumped up. So pretty good. And if this card is banished, you can special summon it, then you can destroy card your opponent control up to the number of banished insect monster, then inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each card destroyed. So this card, if somehow ends up in the graveyard, you're able to just banish it, bring it back, destroy everything on the board, burn your opponent for a shit ton of damage, and practically win. This is a strong boss monster. This is a really interesting boss monster, especially for this second effect that can give you so much grind. Because you can't deny the fact that if your opponent breaks your board and you can banish this card with, I don't know, something like Bergram, for instance, and bring it back and destroy at least 3 or 4 cards, you're telling me that this is not good? And burning the opponent for as much damage? This is crazy. So this is, it's true that this card doesn't do anything on the board by itself, but this card allows you to have an incredible grind game. Lastly, we need to talk about the last support, which is Armament Storm. Special summon one insect monster with 100 attack or less from your deck, from your hand or deck, and if you special summon it from the deck, you can you send one monster you control to the graveyard. You cannot special summon monster first of the turn after you activate this card, except insect monster. If a face-up synchro monster is destroyed by battle or by card effect, when this card is on the graveyard, you can banish this card and add one summoning swarm from your deck to your hand. Which, if you don't know, summoning swarm is the soul charge for Battle Wasp. Summoning swarm. Okay, let's see it here on. Yeah, it's this card. But yeah, so this is a pretty. This is a critical card. If you think about it, this is basically emergency teleport that can special summon any insect monster with 1000 or less attack. Which, if you don't know, you have three extremely good targets. The first one is Battle Wasp Sting the Poison, but in order to special summon Sting, you need to have another monster on the field, otherwise you will force it to send Sting, and Sting will not trigger. The other two are Resonance Insect, which you can special summon from your deck and send it directly to the graveyard, so you can trigger Resonance Insect and add whatever 5 or higher insect monster from your deck to your hand, which by pure coincidence, Rapier is a level 5 monster, so you can search Rapier with this card. And the other one is Gokipo, which when this card is sent to the graveyard, anyway, it doesn't need to be sent from the field. You can add one level 4 insect monster from your deck to your hand, which in this case you can add Battle Wasp Arbalest Rapid Fire, you can add Assault Roller, you can add a lot of cards to start your combos. So, if you notice, this creates an interesting loop. Rapier alone can just special summon itself. By special summon itself, can add the Sting the Poison. Sting the Poison is your Stratos practically. When it's normal special summon, you can add one Battle Rush monster from your deck to your hand. So you can special summon Sting. Sting triggers and wind triggers. So with wind, you can get Pin the Bullseye. And with Sting, you can get Arbalest. By special summoning Pin, you can synchro it away thanks to the effect of wind and treat Pin as a tuner into synchro away Pin and Rapier into Sachi. Activate Sachi, bring back Battle West Wind, deactivate Battle West Wind, and add, have another normal summon and another search. So you form a really consistent loop, a really interesting loop that can just put a lot of bodies on the field, and this is extremely important. But you're telling me, what is this deck Ember? Because every YouTuber that you follow, everybody that you talk, everybody just says that insect doesn't have any payoff, doesn't have an end board. The insect doesn't have anything that they can end on, and to all of these people, I tell you that they are wrong. The insect pool is the insect pool, especially the insect exodeck pool, is extremely varied. Is extremely it offers you a lot of different layered interruption that I will show you. But don't let not me let let's jump in a replay because I want to show you what Rapier plus this card can actually accomplish. This was before the new TCG support. We will talk about the new TCG support later, but I first want to show you what a single Rapier plus a discard can actually do. So, fast forward, start. Rapier plus Twinball could be any insect. If it's Gokipole, better, so you can chain block the search for Battle West Wind, but it's fine if it's anything. This card is irrelevant. It just needs to be an insect. So we activate Rapier. As said before, activate Rapier, activate Wind, search for poison, Sting the Poison. Now, Sting the Poison, effect, and you can add 2 cards from your deck. The first one will be Arbalest thanks to Sting, and the second one will be Pin the Bullseye. Now you can special summon Pin, activate a Battle West Wind, treat Pin as a tuner, synchro away for Sachi effect, brings back Battle West Wind and reactivate it again. Now you synchro summon first into Diabolantis the Menacing Mantis. This is extremely important because with Diabolantis you can send you can send one insect or plant monster up to the number of non-tuner used for this summon. So in this case, you use only one monster, and you can only send one monster. But it's fine because you're going to send Gokipole in this case. If Gokipole is already in rotation, you need to send Beargram. By sending Beargram, you're kinda playing around the middle. This is not a line that can play around the middle, but this is just to showcase how it works. So, Diabolantis send Gokipo, add Assault Roller. Important, you need to add Assault Roller. Now, Arbalest, chilling one Battle West Wind, chilling 2 Arbalest to special summon any level 3 monster from the graveyard. So in this case, we are going to special summon Gokipol back. Gokipol is hard once per turn, so you will not be able to trigger it again, but it's fine. Now you special summon Twin Body Attacker, and you actually into Chikara King. Important, you need to special summon to make Chikara King right now. Now we can activate the effect of Diabolantis that says you can target one insect or plant monster and treat it as a tuner. So we activate Diabolantis and we target itself to make it a tuner. Or you can target Arbalest, it's the same. It's important that you activate the effect so you can activate Chikara King and negate the effect of Mantis. This is because by doing this you can change the position of Chikara King and trigger its effect to revive something. So now you can revive such in the ritual bow. Now you synchro away. You synchro away because you can wait. This is not yeah okay. You can synchro away again. You can synchro away because you activate Butterwash Wind again and treat one of the two as a tuner, so it's fine. And you make Grand Partisan the Revolution. So now you can trigger for Butterwash Wind and add another Arbalest. This should be the last search for Butterwash Wind this turn, but it's fine. Now you banish one insect monster and you special summon Assault Roller. You link away Assault Roller and Grand Partisan for Armor Horn. This is the third extra normal summon that you are getting this turn. Extra normal summon, you play Arbalest the Rapid Fire. You bring back any insect, in this case it's almost the same. You pin the opponent for 200. You could have done it before, but it's fine. Now you link it away for Ragnarok Mantis Monk. You banish 2 to add a Ragnarok trap. In this case, we are adding Bleached Wisteria. This is a new trap continuous that says you can special summon this card as a normal monster, and if you control a Ragnarok Link monster, you can banish 2 cards from your opponent's graveyard. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard, you can shuffle 2 insect or plant monster, insect, plant, or reptile monster from your graveyard and or banish to the deck and reset this card. This is extremely important because it gives you so much recovery, and it gives you something that a lot of decks can struggle, because a double DD Crow is something that not a lot of deck likes. So now we trigger Partisan. Partisan comes back. It doesn't destroy anything because the opponent doesn't have anything, but you need another bodies on the field. Now you link it away too for Picofalena. Effect of Picofalena discard the target Mantis Monk, so you can scale equip a Resonance Insect. You link away, well, okay. You activate Picofalena to shuffle 3 and draw 1. Now you link away for Invisible Atlas. I think I missed this apart. Yeah. Resonance Insect triggers and gives you access to Let Flapper. This is the card that, in my opinion, should be run because it's something that helps you extremely a lot against Board Breaker. You will see later. And if you follow my Ragnarok stream and my Ragnarok Beat Trooper video, you know what we are going to do with Let Flapper. Now, effect of Invisible Atlas. We are gonna special summon Lancer. Lancer effect, we add Landing. Now we fuse Landing and Flapper for Chris Saturnus. Chris Saturnus effect, you add the Flying Sting. Effect of Armored Dawn, you can banish 3 to special summon itself. So you banish the 2 Beat Trooper and Resonance Insect to special summon it back. Effect of Chris Saturnus, you can special summon one monster back, and in this case you're special summoning Light Flapper back. And effect of Resonance Insect, so you can dump an insect, and in this case it will be Scale Bomber. So now when Light Flapper comes back, you add back Sting Lancer, a Scale Bomber. So you have a play during your opponent turn. Now you XYZ for Insector Exhabito. You remove 2 to XYZ summon rank up into Digital Bug Rhinoceros, which, if you don't know, this is a quick play Regeki, practically. You can detach a quick play during your either turn. You can detach one material, destroy the face-up monster on your opponent's field with the highest attack. Non-target, which is really important. Now you special summon back Mantis Monk, and you link it away for Stag Sovereign. You set Flying Sting. During the end phase, you shuffle back 2 monster. I prefer putting back Armor on so I can get it for the next turn. And reset Beastly Wisteria. So, out of 2 cards, this board is 1 pop 2 when the opponent special summon from the extra or the main deck. 1 quick play Fisher, practically. Quick Fisher or um, with S defense. So it's a quick play Smashing Ground. 1 monster negate that can special summon something back, and usually when you special summon something back, you want to special summon maybe. Well, in this case, it's the same. To be honest, I should have kept Stink Deposit in the graveyard, but okay. Maybe you can special summon Light Flapper back, so you can get back in rotation Invisible Atlas and Assault Roller. And with the Light Flapper on the field, you have even protector from 1 attack. So this is pretty good. You have 1 monster negate. You have 2 banish from your opponent's graveyard. You have 1 shuffle from both graveyard, and you have a monster pop. This is something like 7 or 8 interaction. 7, 7 or 8 interaction, and you're playing around a lot of War Breaker because you keep 2 plays in hand, which is Lancer and Scale Bomber. So if and obviously for during the next turn you can just banish 2 to get back landing, and when you banish 2 for landing, you can banish Partisan, so Partisan can come back, pop everything on the field, burn for a shit ton of damage, and give you access to a lot of to be body on the field. You still have a Battle West Wind with the Sting in hand, so you can keep comboing again. You have a lot of follow-up. Obviously, when you activate Chica the King, you can do the attach Gokipo, and by the attaching Gokipo, it triggers, and you can add 1 level 4 insect, all over insect monster from your deck to your hand. This is this is a strong board. This is a strong board, and this is something that people are underestimating. You have a lot of option for this deck and for how your end board want to be. And this was pre-support because in Rage of the Abyss we are gonna get 3 new cards, which are the following. The first is Supply Soldier of the Indestructible Insect, which let me add it to Deconstruct. Is it already added? No. My custom card. Supply Soldier of the Indestructible Insect. I think they didn't add it. Strange, nobody added this. You're telling me that I have to open Omega for this? Maybe we should open Omega. Okay, well, we will see. First, let's read this card. When I'm on insect monster, the effect of insect monster is activated, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then, if it was in response to an opponent effect, you can negate that effect. This is kind of irrelevant except during the mirror match, but having an extender in your hand that is level 5, so you can search it for with the Resonance Insect, pretty good. And during the main phase, you can fusion summon 1 insect monster from your extra deck using monster from your hand or field. Right now, you don't have a lot of option except that they printed an option. and the option is discard. A recovery of the indestructible insects. Level 7, 2000, level 2500 attack, 1800 defense. Where level 5 or higher monster plus an insect monster cannot be destroyed by your opponent card effect, like Partisan. If all face-up monsters you control are insect, quick effect, you can target 2 monsters on the field, including an insect monster you control, banish them. This is practically SP for insect, which it means that if you end up with discard and partisan, you're not only banishing one from your opponent's field on command, but then partisan triggers, comes back and blows up the field. In my book, this is something good. I don't know you, but in my book, this is something good. And last card that they added, unfortunately because I think this card is really good, but it's impossible to search, is Insect Invitation. Face up monster your opponent control that were not summoned this turn become insect. It's a pretty interesting floodgate because it means that like during if your opponent needs a specific attribute, a specific type on the field, even to activate some card or something, they don't have access to that, which can come handy. Can come handy. You can use each of the following effects of Insect Invitation was per turn. You can target 3 of your banished insect monster, shuffle them to the deck, then draw a card. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent from the hand, you can place this card from this card face up in your spell trap zone. I don't understand this because right now in the war insect pile, there's no card that requires a generic discard. Every discard is only for insect, so I don't know how you will suppose to activate this last effect because I don't think you can. I don't think you can. But at least the pseudo floodgate that he put and the shuffle 3 insect banished insect monster to draw 1 is pretty good. Unfortunately, you don't have a way to search for this card. Right now, there's no card that can search it reliably because obviously there are ways to search it, but you don't want to go run left arm offering it to access this card. What this mean? This means that we need to rethink completely the structure of this deck. Since we don't have a way to have, let's see if maybe if I search for indestructible insects, I can find this card on Dueling Book. Ah, wait, because it was on my custom card. That's why. Sorry, okay, perfect. So we added this one and we add this one. Well, let's add 3. We will see. So if we need this card, we will be able to just add it without searching for them again. Okay, we need to talk about another card. That is an import from the OCG that is Splitting Planarian. So this card is basically Rescue Rabbit for Insect. You can banish this card you control, special summon 2 level 3 insect monster with the same name from the deck, but banish their effects are negated, also banish them during the end phase. Right now, I think the only real target for this card are Gokipo, because you can special summon 2 Gokipo, link it away for Armageddon. Gokipo effect, you can add Resonance Insect, extra norma for Armored Dorn, you can extra normal is Resonance Insect, link it away for Ragnarika Mantis Monk, and proceed from that point on. I think this card is interesting, can add a lot, can be considered in the list, but I don't know if I want to run free Gokipo. This is the issue because any other target that you can run with the Splitting Planarian, it's not worth because they don't access anything. This, if you look at this card, If you're not able to special summon Gokipo, and that means running free Gokipo, this card is basically Scott Buggy, but worse. So I don't know if I like this card that much, but we can keep it here and decide if we want to run it. Now, we need to talk about the two glaring issue of this deck. This deck has two glaring issue, and I don't know if you spotted, but for me at least they are pretty clear. The first glaring issue is that this card has some issue going into Nibiru and going into the new Mulcharmy, because you have a lot of you special summon a lot from extra deck and from hand. You give your opponent a lot of draw for setting up one decent board. So it's a bad matchup into that. But this is, to me, not the worst thing, because I think you can solve this problem by having a different approach to this deck. The biggest issue for me right now is that no matter how much I tried, no matter how much I changed the ratio, I took a look inside the insect pile, this is still a two card combos deck. And it's not even a two generic card combo, two generic card combo deck. It requires two specific card. It requires rapier plus an insect monster. You have some ways to access it, but you need to run a lot of one-off, a lot of bricks, just to cover the situation where you are not able to get your rapier in rotation. So this, to me, is the biggest issue that I'm facing right now with Insect, because the new support is good. This card is a good card. This card is a good card. This card is another good card, which is this card is another good card. There, there are really a lot of good cards right now in this deck, but there's no card that can turn the deck into one card combo. And by not being a one card combo, this means that you have so few extra deck space, non-energy space, which this put me in a situation where I need to ask myself, okay, how do I want to approach the non-energy space? Because if I need two cards to start my combo, I want to run as few cards as possible. I don't want to go over the 40 cards, 40 card ratio. I don't want to, because this means that the more cards that I will add, the less likely it will be that I'm looking at those. So I think that was just a default list. I'm actually thinking that the option to play Entrap in this deck is not worth. So if we are, if I postulate that I want at least this as my core, I need something else. So probably I'm not looking for an Entrap approach, but I'm looking for how it's called, board breaker approach. Because as you could see, that end board was going first, was a lot really strong. It has a lot of negation. It could play around board breaker pretty easily. So I don't think going first is an issue for this deck. And having Entrap, it means that you're less likely if you're going second and you open a lot of Entrap and you need some discard or something, you're not able to access it. But now we have an issue for this new support, because before, yeah, I was making it in Octopus because I wanted a quick play removal, but now it's not that important anymore. So these two cards can actually go and get replaced by something else. That something else for sure could be this card. For sure, if I'm running this card, for sure I wanna run this card, because first of all, it's an extender. Second of all, it can actually let me fuse with itself plus something else, which in my book is still something good. Also, I don't know if you noticed it, but this card is a 600 attack. So in theory, you can special summon this card with Armament Storm, which might not be a bad option. And so, since I have a free slot right now, I'm still running this card. This card is still a placeholder. Ignore it. This card could be anything else. But so, if I'm looking at this, I want something that can actually break board. So I think the other card that should be run here, as all my Raika list is Tratrix Atipus, because Atipus is your answer to a lot of tricky situation. Your opponent has a Spirit of Yubel on the field that maybe, as a Yubel on the field, you can target that Yubel and negate it. You can target Nightmare Pain to negate it, so you can just start running over their monster. Atipus solves a lot of issue for this deck at least. So I think this card should still be run. But now we have an issue. We have an issue. How do we want to proceed with the combo? So we said that we want a board breaker. I think that these 29 cards are the bare minimum you need for this deck to function. You need a double Arbalest, you need a double Pin, you might even need a double Twimbo because Twimbo plus a Butterwash Wind is still full combo. Is still full combo. So we might look at a situation where we wanted the second Twimbo, but for now we can keep one Twimbo in only one Twimbo. So at this point, I need to think, what do I want? Do I want to have an end trap approach or do I want to have a board breaker approach? To me, since I only have 11 slots, I want a board breaker approach. So we're gonna run Call it by because we have an issue against Mulcharmis, against the Puruglia and Fuwalas. So I think one Call it by is worth keeping on in the deck. Now I will for sure want triple tactic talents. We don't want to get entrapped. We don't want to get entrapped. So yeah, I want to have this card at my disposal. We might want Imperma, which was inside. I consider Imperma board breaker. I don't know you, but most of the time I consider Imperma board breaker that can actually be even a entrap. So for me, this is really important. Now we have a situation. We only have 6 board breaker. We need to have at least 3 more to be worth, and this means that we are not able to run the Mulcharmis. In this case, what do I want? What card do I want for my deck? I think the card that I want here would be not Droplet, but Dark Ruler no more. The reason why I want Dark Ruler no more is that I don't want to discard. I want to keep my card in hand as much as possible. So I will always be able to have a discard to do I have a discard to keep comboing off, to have my cards. So I think Dark Ruin No More is pretty solid. And now we have one slot. We have a couple options. We could run the third Resonance Insect, which wouldn't be an issue, but let's take a look at the ratio. We are running 3 Rapier, 3 Sting, 3 Armament, free talents, free perm, and free dark ruler. So at this point, we are on 6 triplets, and usually we can afford to run at triplets just to not have some issue of hyper consistency. The other option would be to add one twin body attacker, because as told you before, twin body attacker plus Butterwest Wind is still full combo. You need a couple of step difference, but it's still full combo. So this could be an option. We could run evenly match, but if we run evenly match, we should remove Summer Breaker at that point. And if I decide to run evenly match, I want to have at least 3 evenly match. So probably at that point, I would like to remove one colored buy and one dark ruler no more to get the third evenly match because I think, especially moving forward, free evenly match is much better. But to be honest, evenly match plus dark ruler no more in the main deck means that you have a bad matchup into Tempai, really bad matchup into Tempai. The other option, and probably it's the one that I think has the most potential, is this. Book of Eclipse. The reason why I think Book of Eclipse can be the correct play is due to the new fusion. If you are able to special summon something, then Book of Eclipse, then keep going with this card in hand, you can fish away your face down monster. You can keep doing your combos. So I think a Book of Eclipse has probably the most important role in this deck, which at this point, do I want to really run triple tactics, free triple taxi, and do I really want to run Dark Ruler? Because by adding free Book of Eclipse, I have another option for going first. I can do my combo, even if a small one, and then set Book of Eclipse, and I have a pretty strong interruption during my opponent turn, especially versus Tempai, because sometimes Tempai is not able to deal with this kind of interruption. So it might be worth even running something like this. What do you think? Let's see. How many people joined? Today the stream is not getting that pumped, but I think it's normal because we are talking about insect and not a lot of people are interested in insect like me for some reason because I love insect. I really love the insect archetype, so it's fine. Um, I'm trying to understand what I could run instead of Ultra B-Trooper Absolute Hercules. Okay, we need to talk about a card that I personally dislike, and I know that a lot of insect player really likes, and this card is Soma. Soma, you're my nightmare because on paper I love what Soma does. Soma alone is something like three bodies. And on paper, for insect, having three extra bodies means that you can do basically confusion inside the archetype. But at the same time, you really need to run the Shubrix, which right now, thanks to Rapier, it's less painful because you can pitch one of the bricks for Rapier, and then maybe later on the combo you can bring it back with Soma. So right now it's less important. It's not as important. It's less impactful having Soma, having the bricks on the hand. But at the same time, I don't want to dedicate at least a free slot for one single card. It's already difficult packing everything that I want into this. So I think that we yapped a lot about this deck, but we didn't see this deck in action. So why don't we try to run some test hand? Okay, the deck is saved. Let's try to run some test hand because I want to understand what this deck can actually do. Okay, as you can see, this this is a great hand, and this is a great hand because you can actually bait your opponent. Let's do something different. Put it on the bottom, and bottom. I want to see now what I can do with just one rapier and one discard. So, to graveyard, we activate the Battle Wasp Wind and special summon rapier. Effect of wind, view, we add sting. Uh, okay, this card is just a blank. We talk about if this card was actually sting later. For now, this is just a blank card. So now we normal summon Sting effect, declare, and but there was wind declare. So we are gonna get pin, and we are gonna get arbalest. Not to graveyard. Give me it back to the end, please. Now we need to special summon pin. As I said before, the the start of the combo doesn't change right now. Only the end board is subjected to change. So now we can declare and burn the opponent for 200. So okay. Now we declare target pin, synchro away for Sachi, effect of Sachi to end. So we can activate it again. Now we went first into how's it called? Diabolantis, the menacing mantis, because we wanted to dump right now something. And I still think it's correct to dump right now a level 3 something, because if you count, this is the fourth summon. So past this point, we are Nibiru. We are subjected to Nibiru. By synchro summoning right now for Diabolantis, we can decide to just put Bergram on the graveyard. The Bergram can actually allows us to play through interruption. So now we want to synchro away 1 and 2 for Diabolantis, the menacing mantis effect. Effect, I do still think the only reasonable play that we could have is to send this to the graveyard so we can trigger, and we add where is it? Assault roller. But I would like to think a little bit this, because since we now have since now we have a way to make we have an extender, and we have a way to search the new cavalry monster. If I don't dump Gokipo, if I dump Gokipo, obviously, because I need to dump something to search. But at this point, if I don't search for this card, and I search for Resonance, I think I could do a lot more, because now I can normal summon, declare and declare. Let's see what I can add. I can add well, the only one that I didn't trigger yet, which is this card. And let's bring back one Sting the Poison. No, wait, let's bring back Gokipo. Let's bring back Gokipo. Now, yeah, I could go into Chikara King, but going into Chikara King doesn't help my case. At least I don't think it helps my case. But I could special summon this card. Uh, I want to activate. I wanna keep Butterworth Wind, the last activation. I might need the last activation later of Butterworth Wind, because right now we could link away for Armor Horn and extra normal summon Resonance Insect. Let's try. Let's try to grave and to grave. We need to keep these two on the field because we want to synchro summon for partisan. So special summon. Now we declare and we normal summon resonance. Now, what should we do? What would be the best course of action right now in this situation? Because obviously with the resonance insect, I would like to add I would like to add a flapper, but at the same time I would like to add the new level 5 because it allows me to just synchro summon more. But maybe I can do it because I could. Okay, we synchro summon. Well, effect of mantis, we target itself to make it a tuner. Now we link away for partisan. Oh, wait. Is, I think I can use this. Yeah, okay. I can use Butterwash Wind to make Reso a tuner and use Reso to synchro summon partisan. So in this way I can trigger and I can add I can add flapper. I can add a flapper. I can now to grave and to grave to special summon Mantis Monk. I want to declare the effect, banishing 1 and 2. So I can add the Wisteria. Now we declare, wait, we chain block practically first is, where did it vanish? First is Reso and second is Partisan. So declare and declare. We special summon attack. And we send to the graveyard. We need to send to the graveyard this card, I think. To grave. And now, since we have another search, we can declare and add this card to hand. Because Partisan gets summoned again, so we can get this card for the follow-up. Now, we do as before. We put this card to graveyard, this card to graveyard, and we special summon Infinitatus. We put it to graveyard to special summon Stinglasser. Effect of Stinglasser, we add landing. Now, as before, we can activate landing, fuse away 1, and to graveyard, fuse away 2. So we can make Saturnus. Effect of Saturnus, we can add Flying Stick. Now we banish 3, and the 3 cards that we need to banish are 1, 2, and 3. So we can special summon back Armor Horn, effect of Saturnus. We bring back Flapper. Flapper is mandatory to add 2, so if you don't have 2 target between the graveyard and the banish, you can't add anything. So you can add now Sting Lancer and Scale Bomber. Okay, we are cooking. We are cooking. We are cooking because we can put 1 and banish, special summon Picofalena, effect of Picofalena, declare, we are discarding discard, and we need to add another resonance insect as a material. Now, oh, okay, I see the line. I see the line. Okay, we can put this card to the graveyard and special summon Ultimate Moth. Okay, this is Ultimate Giant Insect, the card that you can field summon by itself. We will see later. So now we can declare and make add this card to hand. So now we declare, and by declaring we can special summon this card. So now we can return 3 cards from the graveyard. I think I want to return 1. I want to return 2. And I want to return a third one, which will be this card. We shuffle and we draw 1. Now, this is nothing. We are not counting this card. Now, we need to end on the Ragnaraka. We need to end with the Ragnaraka link. So, how can I end with the Ragnaraka link? Link 5. How can I end with Stack Sovereign from this position? How can I end with Stack Sovereign from this position? This is a level 9. If you want to know, this is a level 9. How can I do it? How can I do it? I'm missing a body. I'm actually missing a body. This is once per turn. Okay, yeah, this is once per turn for Grand Partisan. And this is a level 5. Ah, no, wait, I'm stupid. Okay, sorry. We can put this card back. Special summon this. We can link away. Okay, obviously not to the graveyard. Move. And now we can declare and fuse away 1 and 2 to make cavalry. Now we can set 1. We can go to end phase. Declare. And we can bring back 1. Because this card is important in rotation. And I think I want to put back the Volantis. Okay, so this is crazy. Do you see what this end board is? Can you see it? Because this doesn't look like that much, but this is 2 Master Pop, 1 Quick Play Monster Banish, 1 Monster Negate, One banish two to the graveyard from the graveyard. Banish, destroy two and burn for 1,000. And another graveyard raid and a monster pop. This is crazy. Okay, okay, I like what I'm seeing here. I do really like it. Okay, let's try to run again. So let's reset the deck and let's see what we can do if this is actually consistent. Because this was just uninterrupted without anything. I'm starting with the two cards. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! This end is crazy. This end is actually crazy. Because we can activate. We can special summon Gokipo. Put it to the graveyard. And at that point, we need to add a level 4. Exactly level 4. So the level 4 that I want to add is Assault Roller, because I want this card as an extender. Now, I want to be greedy as much as I can. So normal summon. Let's add Rapier. We need to pitch something now. I think Resso should be pitched. I think Resso should be pitched. Or not. Because having Resso in hand means that I don't have to search it. But it's true that with the Assault Roller and Resso in graveyard, I can dump another insect so I can play around more and trap. Okay, I want to pitch Resso and special summon Rapier so we can activate Butterwest Wind. Now we want to declare Butterwest Wind and add pin the bullseye. We special summon. First of all, we burn, and second of all, we declare, make Rapier a tuner. Now it's like before. We want to, yeah, no. Stay here. Please stay here because I need you on the field. We can declare and add Arbalest. We now declare. We want to activate again. So we can now normal summon, declare. Adding Twinbow. And special summoning back something. In this case, I think it's pretty irrelevant because everything will be linked away. Now we have just one issue, which is how do I get back? How do I can I access my second resonance insect? Obviously, we didn't synchro away for the Volantis just because we already passed the 5 summons. So if my opponent Nibiru would have already Nibiru me. But now we have a kind of an issue. How should I proceed? Because I can't use all my extender. So now I should. One and two. Make Picofalena. Declare. We are lucky that we opened this card, so we can just put this card in the graveyard, and so bottom of the deck. I can't tap the correct button on Dueling Book. This is one of the reasons why I don't like Dueling Book, because I'm never able to tap what I actually need. Okay, so now this, and we are putting on Sachi. Now, we declare, we are gonna shuffle bottom, Resonance Insect, do I want to keep it or not? Good question, do you want to keep Resonance Insect or not? Let's keep Reso. And let's draw one card. Okay, TTT, so if my opponent entrap me, I can just look at its end or draw and keep continue. Now, I would like to declare and target this. Not gonna lie, I think I messed up the combo. I think I messed up the combo pretty heavily. We are synchro summoning this card with the effect of Reso. I need to add this card. Now, now. I need something that can banish, which I can get. Special summon by banishing this effect. I can damp Bergram. Now I can 1 and 2. I can declare, put this card to the graveyard, and special summon Flapper. We are not going to use the effect right now. We are going to fuse, and we are going to put Atlas and Flapper. So we can special summon this. We declare, and since we declare, we can special summon this card. So we can add Fly and Sting. Now we need to banish 3. So 1, 2, and 3. To special summon Sting. effect of Cruel Saturnus, effect of Reso, and effect of Partisan. We can special summon this card. We can dump. We need to dump Sting Lancer, and we need to special summon now Light Flapper. Effect of Light Flapper. We are going to add back 1 and 2, which is still pretty good. Now, with all the body that I have here on the field, I can. I don't have a way to get to Mantis Monk. If I play this way, I don't have a way to get to Mantis Monk, I think. No, Mantis Monk. Yeah, well, Mantis Monk, the Ragnarok engine, because I need to link away everything, and I don't have a way to keep things fused. Hmm. Hmm. This is tricky. This is extremely tricky. What should we do? Really, I would like to have some issue. I think I fucked up. I think I fucked up. Okay, let's reset. Let's try again. Let's not go far away from the combo. Let's use armament if I have it as a way to do something. Okay, we open something that can do anything. Great! Okay, this is good. This is good. We can so let's normal. Let's activate and send this card to the graveyard. So now we can declare and declare the other one, and we can add Bergram to hand and Arbalest to hand. It's really nice the fact that we now have Bergram, but wait, because the fact that we got Bergram right now, it means that we are not able to get the search for or Flapper or Cavalry. So maybe Bergram is not the correct play. We need to rethink. Let's go back to the drawing board. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. If I get rid of this card, because I don't think Doomdozer is necessary anymore, the other card that I think might be useful is Retaliating. This is actually something that I'm thinking about running in multiple copies, because especially if Azamina becomes a real issue, this card can counter Azamina. It's a Macrocosmos. Come on. Why not running a Macrocosmos? And I think this card can actually search Cavalry, because this card can search any insect monster. Yeah, with 1500 attack or less. So Resonance Insect became less important with Retaliating Sea in my hand. With Retaliating Sea. But at this point, I don't want to run only one Retaliating Sea. And to be honest, with a new combo, maybe you don't need a second Arbalest. You might only need one Arbalest, because as you can see with the first combo, we didn't need the second Arbalest in rotation. So at this point, maybe we can just keep going with one Arbalest and nothing more. And with that, I can play the second rotating C. So this actually has two a pretty good use by the fact that this is actually an interruption during your opponent's turn, and this is one of the few cards that can actually be a turn skip. Let me read the Asamina card because I would like to understand. Wait, we can do it here. Asamina. So this is the card that special. During your main phase, if you want to summon a fusion monster from your extra deck and send one fusion and Sinful Spoil card forever, then special summon it. Okay, so this means that everything that he will send to the graveyard will be banished. He can special summon, no issue, but everything will be banished. So yeah, this is kinda a turn skip for Zamina, now that I think about it. Let me read this card. Reveal one Zamina Fusion Monster from your extra deck. Send from that special summit. Okay, so they are the same, and this means that Retaliating C is actually something I really want to max out. If Azamina is actually that good, I think it's something I want to max out for sure. And by the fact that EK stays on the field, it means that I can keep a body and keep comboing off. What are the search? What are the search for this card? This card can search for Reta, can search for cavalry as supply, can search for Gokipo. It has some nice search. At this point, is that really necessary running double pin? I don't know. What do you think? Is that really necessary running two pin right now? Because maybe I can do it without two pin, only with just one. Because at that point I can add this card, which I think will be important as a send target because it will give you another body on the field. Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, let me change this into Great Insect. Let me change it to this card, which is much better. Now, there's a card that I'm thinking, but I don't know if it's actually that good, because in theory it's good. In, in practice, I don't know. And that card is Instant Fusion. Instant Fusion. That card is Instant Fusion because you can put Saturnus on the field. Is it actually is it actually something that I want? No, really, this is a question that I'm thinking. Do I really want to have a way to put Saturnus on the field? I think so, but at this point I don't want to go to 41 card, so I think I should get rid of a Called By and put Instant Fusion. I know that by getting rid of Called By, I might have some issue against the Mulch armies, against some Entrap, but I think this deck can actually play through it. What do you think? Oh, also, do I really want to keep it 40 card, or is it actually possible to run more than 40 card? And if I run more than 40 card, what do I want? Do I want more extender, or do I want more ways to draw, ways to break the board? Because both are important factors. Having something that can extend, so maybe maximizing the copy of Scale Bomber, which by having more Scale Bomber, it means that you don't need to search it that consistently with the Resonance Insect. With that, it might be useful. Oh, why is this deck so difficult to build? Why can't I just add for free of everything and have it done? Ah, why? Why? Okay, let's try to have some test end with this. I can't do anything. I literally can't do anything. Okay, this is something. Let's have another test end. This is something that I really like. Let's have another test end. This is so reliant. No, this can't actually do anything because I only open one card and I need two. Ah, you see, this is the issue that I'm facing and I don't know how to solve it. I don't really know how to solve it except by running more insect. But if I run more insect, I have less chance to open what I need. And if I have less chance to open what I need, the deck gets less consistent. So I I don't know. Oof, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, it might even be that this deck doesn't have a way to solve this issue. It might not solve this issue. Let's see. Since this is a going second build, practically, I have three board breakers. If this was free and trap, it would be even worse because this card can actually trade for two cards from my opponent. This card can trade for two for my opponent, so it actually might be good. Okay, going second might be interesting because I can do uh, Dark Ruin no more. I can Eclipse. Now I can Norma declare. Yeah, but if he has Asha, I am at the same position as before. Ah! I don't know what to do. Really, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. If he has Ash or Veiler in Perm, I'm at the same position as before. Ah! Chat, I don't think we can break this archetype right now. There, I think there are so many cool things that you can do, but I don't think you can break it. Damn, this sucks. This sucks so much. Okay, but we saw what a new Battle War support would do. But if we change and we go back to our standard Raika B-Trooper list, that this is practically what we were running before, except that we were not running that. And yeah, so this was the standard Raika B-Trooper list that even we ran on Master Duel a couple of weeks ago. So now we need to add cavalry. We need to run the new cards. So in this table insect, let's add one and let's add another one. So I can add this. Now this is not necessary anymore. This is not necessary anymore. Can I make partisan? Good question. Can I make partisan? I actually don't think I can make partisan. I don't think I can make partisan, so at this point, yeah, because I don't have access to tuners, so I can't make partisan at all. I need to add this card. She got a king. I don't have a way to make it, so it doesn't need to exist here. I need to add Almirage. Well, to be honest, Armament Sword is another consistency card. With Armament Sword, I can special summon Reso, and I can special summon Goki, which in my book is still good. Yeah, and obviously I can special summon this card. In my book is still good. Well, this is practically a emergency teleport. You have 3 more copies of an emergency teleport, so at this point you don't need this card. And I don't think Instant Fusion is actually good. I don't think it. It's true that this card locks you out of your Ragnarok cards, but it's true that this is something like another way to do it. Okay, let's add. Now we have 3 and 7, so we can add 10 entrap if we want to. We can add the 10 entrap. Consider that we already have 2 entrap by itself. We can add 3. I think it would be worth running the third retaliating. Because I think it's a good entrap in the next format. So now we can put 1, 2, and 3. 3 this way. We have 6 entrap right now, and we have 6 more slots. There's an entrap that I want to try, and maybe here it's actually good, which is Sneaky. Sneaky C. So if you don't know this card, this is something that I found. I actually read it for the first time a couple of days ago because I think one of my friends pulled it from the new tin. And there's some potential in this card. So when your opponent special summon a monster, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. And if you do during the end phase, if this card is changed to face up defense position, you can is changed to face up the defense position. You can only use this effect of Sneaky C once per turn. Then, if this card is face up during the end phase, destroy your special summon monster on the field. So, if they don't have a way to deal with this card, as soon as this card is the field, it will flip and it will destroy everything. This means that, for instance, Azamina, sorry, Azamina needs to get rid of this card. Let me add it free to the side. I wanna read what's called Flamberge. Flamberge only takes face-up monster. Yeah, face-up monster. So Flamberge can't get rid of that. And I think even Promethean. Even Promethean should not be able to... No, okay. Promethean can. But only from my opponent on my field, so it shouldn't work unless he makes Zilantis. Unless it makes Zilantis. I don't know. Well, let's try it. How many triplets are running? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 triplets. So this means that I'm not. Well, if I need to, maybe I'm wrong, but I want to at this point run this. Fua. I want to run double Fua. And the last card should be Prosperity. Why not? I think Prosperity might be good. I think Prosperity might be good. So we are running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 entrap. We're running 11 entrap. 5 of these of each of these are actually something that can stay on the board. You know, maybe there's some potential here. Okay, let's hop into some replay. Yeah, we need something. What is the last card that I'm missing? What is the last card that I'm missing? Let's put the Typhoon. And Almirage. Save deck and let's hop into some replay. Some test end. Okay. This is a winged beast, unfortunately. Well, I can do discard, special summon death. Now I can declare. Let's say that my opponent didn't play anything, so it's when I'm going uninterrupted. I don't want to think what would happen if I'm not going uninterrupted. So 1 and 2. And I can banish... should I banish Skill Bomber? No. Well, okay, not face down. Okay, you understand it. Chat, you understand what I want to do. Now, special summon this. We link away. For Skeletal Soldier. Uh, declare. We declare. And we are gonna special summon this card. Now we 1 and 2. make this. Now 1 and 2. We declare and we discard targeting Mantis Monk. So we still need to do our normal summon. So we can put everything C here. Now we go. Yeah, because I don't want to activate right now Pico nor the other one. So I can link away for Invisible Atlas. Effect of rotating C. We can add obviously our Resonance Insect. Now we can normal summon. We can declare. We can put it back. We can special summon Stinglasser. Stinglasser chain link 1, resetting C chain link 2, so we can add this card to hand and add diffusion. Add diffusion to hand. Now we can activate. We don't have a way to banish. Ah, jeez. We don't have a way to banish. Oof, this is an issue. So no, I have a way to banish, but I don't like that I'm losing a piece, a combo piece, an endboard piece. Sorry. Well, let's see. Let's see. We can add. What is it? We can add Assault Roller. We special summon Assault Roller by banishing this card. These triggers, and we can special summon this. It triggers, so we can add to hand and to hand. Now we already made Picofalena. We already made Picofalena. It's already normal, but we have yet to extra normal. We have yet to extra normal, and we have yet to banish something. Ah, wait, wait. I think I get it. Okay, let's put this card back in the deck. Let's put this card back to the graveyard. And these two cards back to the graveyard. So we are still resolving Saturnus. With Saturnus we can add Fly and Sting. Now we put this card back to extra deck and we special summon Mantis Monk. We declare. We're gonna banish one. Actually not this card. We're gonna banish one and two to add the trap. We declare Saturnus and we special summon this card back. We declare, we go to hand and we go to hand. Now, do I have a way to trigger do I have a way to trigger the rest? Because I already used Picofalena. So this is the first issue. I already used Picofalena, so I don't have a way to access Resonance Insect. But, but, but. Let's go back again. So this is the graveyard. So this is the graveyard. This is in the graveyard and this is in the graveyard. I'm resolving this. If I banish one and two, so I can add this. I can activate detallating, declare. I can dump Bergram. I can now banish one, two, and three. So I can special summon Bergram. Now it triggers Saturnus, and I can bring back Flapper. That brings back this card and this card. Okay, okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay because I'm not able to get another activation of Resonance Insect. Let's try again. Okay, let's reset. Well, this is good. Regardless, this is good. You can pitch this card, add a lot of things. So, yeah, this is a good end in my book. Only bad thing, you started with this card. This doesn't do anything, so you're banking on Fuwa. This doesn't do anything. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not that confident in insect, to be honest. So might be too copium for me at least. But I'm sure that we are so close to make this wall archetype something broken, plant-like broken. But we need something, and I don't know what that something would be, because most people says that you need a way to deal with back row, to have omni-negates. I don't think that's the issue. I do really think that the only issue that this deck has is that it doesn't have any one-card combo, and in 2024 that makes you a fair deck and not a deck that can be run on a higher level. So yeah, this is an issue, and I'm so sad that I'm not able to find a way to break this archetype. Oh well, this means that we are going to play Memento. I needed to make this stream because I needed to get this deck out of my head, because I knew for a fact that if I didn't spend at least 1 or 2 hours talking about insect, I would spend the last 3 months thinking that maybe I should bring this deck to YCS Bologna. And no, I don't think I should bring this deck to YCS Bologna. I don't think this is what I actually want, actually what I actually should do. So yeah, this sucks. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this stream. Don't think it will be that popular, but I didn't do this stream for a popularity reason. I did it for me because I needed to get this deck out of my head, and I think I did it. This deck got completely out of my hand. So we are free to start testing Memento, testing Mimigo, and testing maybe Goblin Rider. But no, we are not going to play Goblin Rider to West Bologna. But maybe we are going to do something with that too. I don't know. Let's see. And hopefully it will be added to Master Duel so we can do it to something a Master Duel then. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, click subscribe. I can talk right now. I took it too much for the last 2 hours. So like and subscribe and see you next time. Bye.